Kenwood. The history of Kenwood began after World War II. In December 1946, during Japan's post-war revival, Kasuga Radio was founded in Komagana, Nagano Prefecture. The brothers Nakaichi and Jiro Kasuga are considered to be the main founders of this enterprise. However, in addition to these two, other members of the same family were also involved in the creation of the Kasuga Company. In any case, it is known for sure that the firm received its future name, Trio, in honor of the three founders from the aforementioned family. At that time, the people of Japan, who had survived the war, wanted to receive world news as often as possible. Therefore, the young company initially engaged in the development and production of radio equipment, inductance coils, components for radio receivers and other broadcasting devices. By the end of the 1940s, the company had taken an important technological step forward by creating Japan's first high-frequency transformer in 1949. In the mid-1950s, the company introduced Japan's first VHF-FM tuner to the domestic market, which instantly became popular throughout the country. This innovation came at just the right time. With the launch of Tokyo Tower in 1958, FM broadcasting began to develop rapidly, and Trio radio receivers found their way into many Japanese homes. Success on the wave of post-war growth led Trio to become one of Japan's leading consumer electronics manufacturers. In 1960, the company changed its name to Trio Corporation and set its sights on international expansion. A key event was the opening of Trio's first overseas office in Los Angeles, California, in 1963. The entry into the American market proved to be very successful. Almost from the very beginning, Trio, the brand was not yet known as Kenwood, established a strong position in the field of radio equipment and audio technology in the United States. It is worth noting that it was during this period that Trio released one of the world's first transistor stereo amplifiers, the Trio TW30 model with 10 watts per channel, at a time when the industry was still relying on vacuum tubes. The new product proved so successful that it was exported and became the first Japanese-made transistor amplifier on the European market. At the same time, Trio was looking for ways to strengthen its presence in Western markets. William Kasuga played a major role in these efforts. At that time, he was working as a manager at A&A Trading, an electronics import company. Thanks to Kasuga's partnership with entrepreneur George Aratani and engineer Yoichi Nakase, Kenwood USA was established in the United States, exclusively engaged in importing Trio equipment. Kasuga came up with a new brand name, Kenwood, specifically for promotion in the West. His idea was to combine Ken, a simple name common in both Japan and America, with wood, a word that refers both to a durable natural material and to Hollywood, a symbol of California. The Kenwood name proved so successful that it quickly eclipsed the Trio brand on the international stage. By the end of the 1960s, the company offered a wide range of products, from stereo tuners and amplifiers to speaker systems and amateur radio stations. The business expanded rapidly. In addition to the United States, Trio Kenwood established branches in Belgium, France, Germany, Great Britain, Italy, Canada, Hong Kong, Singapore, Australia, and other countries. In 1969, rapid growth allowed the company to go public. Trio Corporation shares, the company was known by this legal name until the mid-1980s, began trading on the Tokyo Stock Exchange. In 1970, Kenwood introduced its flagship Supreme 1 multi-channel amplifier, which the audio community unanimously recognized as one of the best models of its time. By the middle of the decade, the Kenwood range included dozens of models: stereo receivers, amplifiers, speakers, record players, tape recorders, as well as communication devices and measuring equipment. For example, the company even produced oscilloscopes of its own design. The radio communications division was actively developing. In addition to shortwave amateur transceivers, Kenwood began producing portable and car radios, gradually gaining authority in the field of professional communications. In 1973, to optimize its operations in the European market, the headquarters of the European division was moved to Frankfurt, Germany, underscoring the brand's global ambitions. In 1979, the company was the first to develop an amplifier with a multi-stage power supply, achieving more stable sound at different volume levels. In the same year, 1979, Kenwood was one of the first to use a microprocessor in consumer electronics. A new portable radio receiver was equipped with a liquid crystal display and was controlled by a built-in microcontroller. Production also expanded. By the end of the 1970s, Kenwood had opened its first overseas factory in Singapore, beginning to move production outside Japan. All this paved the way for the company's further breakthrough in the new decade. The 1980s were a turning point and an extremely productive period for Kenwood. In 1981, the management finally established Kenwood as a single global brand, gradually phasing out the historic Trio name. At the same time, the company introduced one of the industry's first integrated home audio-video systems. In 1981, Kenwood released a revolutionary home cinema amplifier capable of handling both audio and video signals simultaneously. It was, in fact, one of the first AV receivers, heralding the era of home cinema. In the second half of the 1980s, Kenwood established itself as one of the leaders in the automotive electronics market. Car audio became the brand's flagship product, and Kenwood engineers introduced a number of innovations that later became industry standards. Kenwood's innovations in car audio include the first removable panel for theft protection, the first car radio with automatic station search and noise reduction, and Kenwood was the first to sell car music systems with polypropylene cone speakers. Many fans of the company also believe that Kenwood was once the leader in car radio functionality. Even in the 1980s, this brand's car radios were packed with a wide range of options. In 1983, the company developed one of the first digital car systems with extended station memory, 24 presets, ahead of its competitors. By the mid-1980s, the brand's share of the car audio market was growing steadily, especially in the aftermarket segment for upgrading factory car audio systems. While conquering new niches, Kenwood did not forget its roots in home audio. Throughout the 1980s, the company produced high-quality hi-fi equipment, amplifiers, Kenwood KA series, tuners, cassette decks and players. At the same time, the brand's reputation in the professional arena grew. For example, the British government chose Kenwood as the main supplier of communications equipment for its services, noting the reliability and technological sophistication of Japanese equipment. 1986 was a milestone year. The corporation officially changed its name from Trio to Kenwood Corporation, finally consigning the old brand to history. A new Kenwood logo was created, using a recognizable font with a red triangle symbolizing a forward-pointing beam. The name change reflected the global nature of the company. Products were sold under the Kenwood brand from Asia to America. In the same year, the founder of the American division, George Aratani, became the first chairman of Kenwood USA, later handing over this role to Bill Kasuga, whose efforts made the brand famous in the United States, as mentioned earlier. In the 1990s, Kenwood continued to grow, mastering new technologies and areas of application for its equipment. The company actively participated in prestigious international projects, strengthening its image as a high-tech brand. In 1991, Kenwood signed a contract with the legendary McLaren racing team to supply radio systems. The Kenwood logo appeared on Formula One cars, while Kenwood engineers ensured reliable communication between drivers and the team. An even more significant event was Kenwood's participation in the space program. In 1995, Kenwood equipment won a tender for installation on board the Mir orbital station. A specially modified Kenwood amateur radio unit was installed on the space station, allowing astronauts to broadcast and radio amateurs to communicate with the Mir crew directly from space. This made the brand famous among radio amateurs and confirmed the quality and reliability of Kenwood equipment. Commercial success was not long in coming. In 1996, the company celebrated its 50th anniversary by commissioning a new large factory in Malaysia, expanding its production base outside Japan. In 1997, Kenwood became the first Japanese manufacturer to release a car radio for the DAB digital audio broadcasting system. And in 1999, Kenwood participated in the creation of the world's first mobile digital broadcasting system, the prototype of modern multimedia services in cars. In addition, at the end of the decade, the company launched a number of new home audio system models, such as the Kenwood Series 21 mini-component home theater systems and other devices that combined compactness with support for the latest formats at the time. The early 2000s were marked by a partial restructuring for Kenwood. In 2001, a business reorganization program was announced, aimed at the financial recovery of the company. Despite the difficulties, Kenwood did not slow down its pace of innovation. In 2002, engineers developed a special NIM network module for receiving digital satellite broadcasting, a step towards the convergence of telecommunications and multimedia. In 2003, anticipating the growing role of voice technology, Kenwood collaborated with the ATR Research Institute to introduce speech synthesis into car electronics, specifically voice notification and control systems in new generation navigation hubs. Gradually, more and more emphasis was placed on in-car multimedia systems. In 2005, Kenwood began manufacturing its own car navigation devices for the mass market, combining its expertise in audio with the new capabilities of GPS navigation. By 2006, when the company celebrated its 60th anniversary, a noticeable rebranding took place. A new slogan, "Listening to the Future," was introduced and the company logo was updated. In 2007, Kenwood decided to discontinue the production of certain types of home equipment, including AV receivers, digital cameras, and some other home products. This was partly due to changes in consumer preferences. Portable and digital devices were replacing bulky hi-fi systems, and partly due to preparations for a major alliance that would strengthen the business. In 2007, Kenwood announced a partnership with another Japanese giant, JVC, Victor Company of Japan, known for its video technologies. Kenwood invested heavily in JVC's capital, initiating the merger process. In October 2008, the merger was officially announced, and a new holding company, JVC Kenwood Holdings, was created. In fact, it was a union of complementary brands. JVC was renowned for its achievements in video technology, from VHS video recorders to cameras and televisions, while Kenwood was renowned for its achievements in audio, automotive, and communications electronics. The finalization of the merger took some time. By 2011, the companies had fully integrated their operations and presented themselves to the world as a single corporation, JVC Kenwood. The Kenwood brand remained, but as part of a merged company, the original Kenwood Corporation ceased to exist independently, becoming part of JVC Kenwood. After the consolidation with JVC, the company focused its efforts on areas where it had accumulated the most experience and retained its leadership potential. Currently, the Kenwood brand produces car electronics, communication devices, various audio equipment, headphones, and compact speakers, as well as a large number of various household appliances, including modern innovations such as kitchen robots. Today, JVC Kenwood's headquarters are located in Tokyo, and Kenwood's regional offices continue to operate around the world, from the United States and Europe to Asia. In the United States, for example, JVC Kenwood USA, based in Long Beach, California, is responsible for sales and support of the Kenwood brand in North America. After more than 75 years, Kenwood continues to write its history. The brand has made a significant contribution to the development of audio and video technology, from the first FM tuners and transistor amplifiers to modern car multimedia systems and digital radio stations. Fortunately, the company continues to live on, even though it is now an integral part of the JVC Kenwood Corporation.